Welcome to another delicious meal from Hülya's Turkish Kitchen. Thank you for joining me. This one's a spinach infused bread bun packed with a cheese, onion and chili filling. These buns are full of flavour and an easy way to get some greens inside of you, even when you're not a fan of veggies. They can be eaten as a tasty snack or for lunch on the go. They are also great stored in the freezer, taken out the night before you want to use them. I've also discovered this week they are great when dipped into soup. Check out my soup recipes posted at the end of this video. I post recipes weekly. If you'd like to receive notification, consider subscribing and help me grow my channel. For those who have already subscribed, thank you so much for your support. Here's what you'll need to make approximately 30 buns. If you want to make less, you can adjust or half the recipe according to your needs. Let's get started. You'll need 500 grams of baby spinach washed thoroughly under cold water. Drain well, then working in batches, chop the spinach into small pieces. An alternative way would be to use a blender to puree the spinach for a smoother consistency. I prefer this way, which results in specks of spinach throughout the pastry. Add 200 grams of melted butter to the chopped spinach and 80 grams of olive oil. Gently mix using a wooden spoon, ensuring all of the spinach is covered with the butter and the oil. Pour in 230 grams of warm milk and 110 grams of warm water. Again, gently mix to combine. The spinach should now start to wilt. Add 15 grams of sugar and 15 grams of salt. Add 2 full eggs and the white of a third egg. Save the yolk to brush on before baking. Add 14 grams or 2 packets of dried yeast. Give the mixture a stir to combine. Then gradually start adding the flour. You can use most types of flour for this recipe. I've used a mixture of self-raising and plain flour, as that's what I had handy. Bread flour can also be used. In total, I used 1.2 kilograms of flour. Once the mixture begins to thicken, start using your hands. Work until you form a consistent ball of dough. You're aiming for a dough which should be soft and slightly sticky. You can use a drop of olive oil on your hands to help knead the dough. Form a ball, cover and leave to rise for 2 hours. In the meantime, prepare the filling. Mix 300 grams of cheese with 1 finely chopped onion. You can use any cheese of your choice. I've simply gone for grated cheddar. Mix the onion and cheese thoroughly to ensure you have equal amounts in each bun. Then add an optional splash of heat with some chili pepper. I've used red chili flakes. You can also add mint if you like, or other seasoning of your choice. Again, be sure to mix thoroughly. Then add some olive oil and milk to the reserved egg yolk to make the glaze, which will be brushed on later. Store in the fridge for now. After 2 hours, the dough should have doubled in size. Roll out onto a lightly floured surface. Remove any air from the dough. Then form a square or rectangular shape. Divide the dough into 2 equal parts and put away 1 part for later, keeping it covered to avoid drying. Shape the remaining dough you will be working with into a rectangular shape. Then divide into equal parts for the buns. I was able to get 16 pieces out of each half of the dough, but this will depend on how big you want the buns. Once divided, roll each piece into a ball as shown. Try to make all of them the same size, adjusting as necessary. Remember to keep the dough covered to avoid drying, and continue with the rest of the dough, repeating the process with the second part of the dough. Altogether, 32 buns were possible with this quantity. As mentioned, you can adjust the recipe according to your own needs. Keep the buns covered as you work with a few of them at a time for the next stage. Using your finger, or you can use a blunt knife or spoon, create a dent or crevice in each of the buns where you will be placing the filling. Insert the filling in the created space. You're just working with a few buns at a time, remembering to keep the rest covered. Then fold as shown, encasing the filling inside. As you're making the buns, place them on a grease-proof paper-lined baking tray, leaving a gap in between. There are alternative ways to fill the buns, and this is possibly an easier version. You can use your own preference. With this option, simply flatten the dough balls with your hands to about ½ centimeter thickness. Place some of the filling in the middle and seal the edges as shown. Once the edges are secure, flatten with your hand. The end result is a lovely circular bun. Again, place on a lined baking tray as you go along, leaving a gap in between each bun. Cover and leave to rest for 30 minutes. Also, at this point you can preheat the oven. After 30 minutes of resting, brush on the prepared egg yolk mix. This will give the buns a lovely shine when baked. Also, if you like, although it's not essential, you can sprinkle on some sesame or poppy seeds on top of the buns. Bake in a preheated oven at gas mark 5 or 190 degrees Celsius until golden. I hope you will try this recipe and let me know what you think. Afiyet olsun. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share and subscribe for more of my recipes. Thank you for watching. To watch more of my videos now, stay tuned till the end and click on the links.